Hi everyone. This year myself and Miss Darshana is going to take up science for standard 8. To begin with, let me introduce the first lesson to you, that is the living world and classification of microbes. You all must be aware that the living world comprises of microorganisms to macroorganisms. Microorganisms are those organisms which cannot be seen through our naked eyes, but you have to use the microscope to observe them. So microorganisms like bacteria to macroscopic organisms like the biggest one, that is whale. There is variety. There are millions of organisms from microscopic bacteria to this whale. Now, since the group is very large, the living world group is large, we need to classify them. So classification becomes necessary so that it becomes convenient for us to study each of the living organism. Also, we can also come to know the evolution, how it has been started from the first microorganisms to the largest mammal. So to begin with, to introduce the lesson, first let me ask you a few questions from the textbook, that is, can you recall? The first one is, what is the hierarchical classification of nomenclature? Now, what does the term hierarchy means? Hierarchy means nothing but the levels of classification. Okay, so the levels of classification of organism, every organism is different. So you can see over here the hierarchy of each organism. It begins with the kingdom, like we have different kingdoms, like animal kingdom, plant kingdom. Then each of the kingdom has its own phylum, class, order, family, genus, and finally species. So this is the hierarchical classification. Second question is, who invented the binomial nomenclature? First of all, you should know what is binomial nomenclature of classification. Binomial nomenclature of classification, it includes two names for one organism, that is the genus and the species. It was discovered or first invented by Carl Linnaeus. I think so you might have studied this in standard 7. Third question is, which level of hierarchy are considered while writing the same in the binomial nomenclature? So it is nothing but the genus and the species. For example, if we want to see a single species, a single organism like cat, what is the binomial nomenclature of cat? It is nothing but Felis domesticus. You can even take the coconut tree in the plant kingdom, that is nothing but Cocos nucifera. So each of the organism has been classified according to binomial nomenclature. Now, the first topic in your lesson is biodiversity and the need of classification. Last year you must have studied that the living world are adapted, the living organisms are adapted to different conditions, like the geographical regions in which they are living, or maybe the intake of the food, how they are taking, or what is meant by food ingestion, or even the defense mechanism. So according to the adaptations, there have been seen differences within the same species itself. For example, if you consider elephant, elephant in Africa, it is called as African elephant. Again, there are within African elephant, there are two varieties. That is, one is the bush elephant and the second one is the forest elephant. Whereas we have in Asia, that is Asiatic elephant. So, and according to 2011 census, it has been found that 87 millions of species have been discovered until now. So 87 million. You must be aware that 1 million comprises of 10 lakhs. So 10 lakhs means 87 million becomes 870 lakhs. So that means 8.7 crores of organisms are there. So it becomes very necessary to classify these organisms. So this when we are classifying them, we have to classify organisms into groups and subgroups. So when this process of classification of living organisms into groups and subgroups is also called as biological classification. So in this video, it is only up to here I have explained. In the next video, I am going to talk about the history of classification.